Well, they've been called many times the backbone of the country's economy, small businesses. Today, we're learning that many of those businesses may be in over their heads. A new poll is out this morning of small business owners across Canada, an Angus Reid survey, that shows just how some struggle with basic financial management. Here are some of the highlights. 22%, so nearly a quarter, nearly 1 in 4, said they can't even identify the most important costs they need to manage in order to succeed. New small business owners and owners of companies with fewer employees tend to be less financially literate. And here's what owners said when they were asked to identify the most important aspects of financial management. More than half said cash flow, then invoice and billing, followed by managing costs, and financial planning and forecasting was next. So that is perfect fodder for our business commentator, Kevin O'Leary. He loves to give out advice. He's in Montreal this morning via broadband. Good morning, Kevin.
Great to be here, Heather, in my own hometown of Montreal. Just loving it here today. Beautiful day.
Terrific. Listen, this is such interesting stuff, and it makes me think of not just your role with us as business commentator, but as your role on Dragon's Den, listening to pitches from entrepreneurs. Was that surprising to you that 1 in 4 small business owners couldn't even identify their costs, the most important cost they need to deal with?
Doesn't surprise me at all, Heather. What small business owners miss all of the time, and why there's such a huge fatality rate among small business, is they don't respect the lifeblood of what it's all about, and that is cash. The only thing that matters in a small business is cash. And the way to understand cash is you've got to control your costs, even if it means you have to fire your own mother.
Oh, there we go. The warm and fuzzy Kevin O'Leary. Listen, but then that's kind of interesting, because if you look in the survey, as I said, more than half of them did identify cash flow as being one of the key pieces of things they have to know about and they have to consider crucial to their success. So what's your, then, Kevin, #1 piece of advice for small business this morning?
My #1 piece of advice is always the same thing. Understand your customer, #1. Sacrifice everything you possibly can personally if you have to, but make sure that every month you're covering your nut. In other words, you have to understand what it costs to stay alive. What is the dollar amount to pay your rent, pay your employees, and if you can squeeze out a profit, that's great. But just to break even is everything. And that's the hardest aspect of every small business owner, is to look at their costs and say, look, this isn't working. I've got to cut my costs, and in this environment, Heather, that's what it's all about. It's cost cutting. Big corporations are doing it, small ones have to as well, and having the guts to execute it. And when I say fire your mother, I mean it. That's what you mean.
I know.
Say a lot.
That's the important thing. You do mean it. So the other thing in this survey, we don't have a graphic to represent that, is where small business owners look for advice, the people they ask questions to. And yeah, a lot of them look for a consultant or an accountant, but some people seek friends and family for advice, books for advice. Where do you think small business owners should go to get the best advice to get ahead?
The biggest mistake they make, and I'll talk about the downside, is they ask family for advice. Never ask your family about money, ever. That's always a big mistake. They'll always lie to you. They'll always try to make you feel better. They're worried about hurting your feelings. Money doesn't care. It has no soul. It's much better to talk to an accountant who will tell you if it's working or it isn't. Hire an accountant, pay them, because they'll always tell you the truth. They're pre-programmed to look at the bottom line. Not your family. That's the worst place to go.
Awesome. What are you doing in Montreal? Anything we should know about?
As I'm always doing, Heather, every morning, meeting with investors. That's all I care about. You know I love money, and I like to think money loves me.
It certainly does. And bring me back a smoked meat or something, would you, when you're coming back for us next week? I'd appreciate it.
I'll do that for you.
Okay, Kevin, thank you very much. Kevin O'Leary, our business commentator. Don't forget his new show, The Lang O'Leary Exchange, begins on Monday, this coming Monday, 4:30, with Amanda Lang. Kevin will be with us as well. Now, he's in Montreal. We, too, in Montreal with our live cameras. And there's a look at the day in Montreal, as Kevin was saying, a nice start to it. Colleen will have the forecast there and where you live coming up.